Lewis Hamilton's fastest time in testing fills all of us Ferrari fans with joy. Seeing a Ferrari that debuted quietly this time, without proclamations, and after 5 days of extremely interesting secret testing, seeing the prancing horse stamp the absolute fastest time is something that leads me to one consideration. Even years bring Ferrari good luck. It was like this in 2022 with the beautiful F-175. Unfortunate because of Technical Directive 39, but born well. It was like this in the 2024 season. Another even year where only a controversial FIA decision at Baku handed the Constructors' Championship to McLaren. But the Ferrari SF-24 had gone well. We're always in even years, 2026, and Hamilton and Ferrari rediscover themselves, and at the end of the 5th day, seal the fastest time of the 5 days of secret preseason testing. I don't want to launch easy enthusiasm, but we've seen this Ferrari running and completing hundreds of laps in all 3 days without reliability problems. And this is already a huge result. Stay with me because what I'm about to tell you is genuinely important. Lewis Hamilton's fastest time fills all of us Ferrari fans with joy, the entire Ferrari community scattered around the world. Seeing a Ferrari that this time debuted quietly without exaggerated proclamations and bombastic announcements, and after 5 days of extremely interesting secret testing sessions, seeing the prancing horse stamp the fastest time is something truly special. And this leads me to an important consideration that I believe deserves attention. Even years bring Ferrari good luck. It's a constant that repeats itself throughout history. In 2022, we had the beautiful F-175, unfortunately handicapped because of Technical Directive 39 that changed everything mid-season, but it was born extremely well with excellent potential. And then there was the 2024 season, another even year. The Ferrari SF-24 had gone really well, and only the controversial homologation of Piastri's victory at Baku handed the Constructors' Championship to McLaren. There was a double DRS that the FIA didn't see or decided to let pass, but Ferrari deserved that title. We're always in even years, 2022, 2024, and now 2026. And Hamilton and Ferrari rediscover themselves, sealing at the end of the 5th day the absolute fastest time of the 5 days of secret preseason testing. Is it a sign? I don't want to launch easy enthusiasm or create excessive hopes, but we've all seen this Ferrari running and completing hundreds of laps in all 3 days it took to track without having reliability problems, and this is already a big result. It's true that Mercedes didn't have them either, Honda didn't have them either, but it's still the expression of a car that was born healthy from a reliability standpoint. But there's more. It's a car that, besides being born healthy, was born without those apparent defects that characterized the birth of the SF-25. Many people, myself included, noticed in January 2025, exactly a year ago, when the old SF-25 made its debut on the Fiorano track for the first time. We noticed how the car decidedly pushed to the outside of corners, manifesting obvious understeer that we immediately identified as a characteristic issue of that test. I challenge anyone to review the Fiorano 2025 footage and not notice a decided tendency to widen corners that characterize the unfortunate SF-25. This year, everything is completely different. This year, the wheelbase was shortened by 200 millimeters compared to the previous car. We believe the gearbox remained the short configuration, but probably the weight distribution of this SF-26 was calculated optimally to the point of making the car neutral in handling. Observing the SF-26 footage, we absolutely don't notice that nose imbalance that characterized its sister that preceded it in the odd year 2025. The car's behavior is decidedly neutral. The drivers are smiling, they're satisfied. And what's better than analyzing this timetable? Sure, it doesn't count for anything from an absolute performance standpoint. It's no guarantee for the season. But it's certainly a guarantee of having obtained good performance when they decided to push the throttle and pull out something extra. And this confirms that it's possible to obtain that performance. Now, 2 more rounds of testing will follow in Bahrain, this time with journalist cameras turned on, with official press and social media presence covering every moment. And these 2 testing rounds will obviously modify the values on track and potentially shuffle the pecking order. We hope Ferrari, as well as their rivals, have a way to grow adequately and continue improving. Let's look at the lap distribution seen in the fifth day. Ferrari, with 386 laps completed, is the day's leader. 243 laps for Mercedes-powered cars. Audi makes a nice leap forward with 144 laps. We're pleased for the debuting German manufacturer as a rival to Mercedes. Red Bull confirms with Verstappen 118 laps, lacking stability but hasn't found performance at the moment with the Ford engine. And Honda at debut on the beautiful Aston Martin AMR-26 with 49 laps. The extremely interesting AMR-26 will be the subject of another dedicated video. I want to show you a particular detail of the wings. Here I didn't make a mistake in saying wings. They're two inverted wings that characterize this fighter jet that I would have absolutely loved to see colored in Ferrari red. And it has hints of red certainly in the fact it has many common points with the very fast, I would say at this point, SF-26. There's something that unites them. There are points of red on the black Aston Martin signed by Adrian Newey. We'll talk about it in a dedicated video, but let's enjoy this performance by Lewis Hamilton and this Ferrari in the lead after a full 5 days of testing and trials. I'll add nothing except Forza Ferrari. Even years bring good luck, and I reaffirm this strongly. 2022 F175 born well. 2024 SF-24 deserve the constructor's title. 2026 SF-26 fastest time in secret testing. It's a repeating cycle, it's a positive sign. And it's not just about lap times and raw speed, it's about how this car was born. Healthy, reliable, without those obvious defects the SF-25 had. No marked understeer, no tendency to widen corners unnecessarily. The wheelbase shortened by 200 millimeters and optimal weight distribution made the car neutral and balanced. The drivers are smiling, they're satisfied with what they're feeling. They've completed hundreds of laps without problems. They've demonstrated that when needed, they can pull out performance. Ferrari was the fifth day's leader with 386 laps, more than anyone else on track. So let's recap why Ferrari will be strong and can win championships. Even years bring the prancing horse good luck consistently. 2022 F175 born well unfortunate T, D39, 2024 SF-24 deserved constructors controversial Baku, 2026 SF-26. Fastest time secret testing Hamilton. Hundreds of laps completed without reliability problems in all 3 days. Car born healthy without apparent SF-25 defects. No marked understeer that characterized SF-25 Fiorano 2025. Wheelbase shortened 200 millimeters optimal weight distribution neutral car. Drivers smiling satisfied. Timetable confirms possible to obtain good performance when needed. Ferrari leader 5th day, 386 laps more than everyone. 2 more testing rounds follow in Bahrain cameras on will modify values. Aston Martin AMR, 26 interesting common points with SF-26 Newey signature. But let's enjoy Hamilton's performance, Ferrari in the lead after 5 days. Forza Ferrari, even years bring good luck, Ferrari will be strong and can win.